Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Congratulations, you no longer have to work for a living. What are you doing with all the extra free time? Start way too many projects for my own good. Why wait when you can do it now? ADHD. Why do it now when you can put it off until it's an emergency? Also ADHD. Sleep for the first 2 weeks and then figure it out. 1 week into this plan. Literally, just retired a week ago. Is going well so far. I just turned 53 and when I retired 3 years ago I started doing stand-up. Been on tour for about a year, mostly small theaters in small to mid-sized towns. Sometimes people come, sometimes not. Either way, I'm having a ball. How TF did you retire at 50? Exclamation mark. Believe it or not, he is a retired sit-down comedian. Financial independence. Make a lot of, live frugally, invest the rest. Travel the world and see other countries. This combined with the comment above this one, substance abuse around the world. Exclamation mark. The comment above was about menopause. Catching up on XXXXXXXXX years of missed sleep. Unlimited naps forever. I think that's called being dead. Guess I'd finally dig into that Steam backlog. Let's be realistic here. Set a goal. I'm on track to finish 13 games I've never finished or played. My goal was 10 this year and I finished 2 weeks ago. Learn, and keep learning all the things I want to, not just the things I have to. Practice, master all those things, writing, cooking, woodwork, go back to martial arts practice, yoga, shooting, swimming, snowboarding, climbing, carving, pottery, music. Travel all the places I want to, not just back and forth to the same place. I enjoy my job, so I'd probably still keep doing it, but I could decide more about how to do it and how much to do it. Achievement unlocked, you are now Tahani from The Good Place. I would be just like her. Learn every language, every instrument, read every book and play every game. If you literally had all of time, I don't know how I would ever run out of things to try. It depends on how much money I have beyond meeting my essential needs. Good point. Just because your food, clothing, shelter, and medical care are paid for doesn't necessarily mean that you have unlimited funds. In that scenario, I thought I would continue working, but maybe only part-time, just to pay for luxuries like travel or hobbies or cool stuff I want. Eventually, I would want to open my own used bookstore and just spend my time with old books, maybe occasionally have a conversation with someone about books. Fishing, hiking, riding motorcycle, learning new language, working out, eating healthy and cooking, fixing all the broken shit around the house, gardening, working on project truck. We're the same person. We could be triplets. Travel, write, draw, read, be happy. Removed. Start a non-profit to reduce noise pollution and light pollution. So you want to end car dependency and suburban sprawl. Haha, beat me to it. Cars are the reason for noise pollution within cities, as well as the excessive amount of lighting needed for their roads. That's an awesome goal. I hope you get to accomplish it. Substance abuse YIPPEE. I'll drink to that saluting face. I'm in that situation and I'm just waiting for my wife to retire before we start to travel. I will say that any day retired is better than my best day working. Working for me used to be like in office space, every day was the worst day of my life. Now every day is the best day of my life. Gym and travel and masturbation. I'm masturbating so much it's not even funny. It's a full-time job here too. If you do it right, you don't need the gym. I spend my time going to dialysis 3 times a week and getting treatment for multiple myeloma. Yay, retirement for me is very busy, just the wrong kind of busy. Soon enough I'll be under control, then I can do the fun stuff. Best wishes for improved health, Dugola. Keep at it. My dad's on the other side of a bone marrow transplant for myelofibrosis. He finally got to move back home after 6 months in hospital housing and his counts are on the upswing. Hoping for the same for you soon too. Right facing fist medium light skin tone, left facing fist medium light skin tone. Thumbs up, tell your dad I'm rooting for him. BMT is tough, I'm waiting for CART therapy. Sleeping for a couple of weeks first, then getting my fat ass in shape. Does this come with a large or average amount of cash flow? That's all retirement is. It's not an age, it's an amount. Probably play video games. Same here. I'll finally have time to catch up on all those games on my Steam library. You won't. Source, I have a lot of free time. Not a damn thing. I retired at 39. My pension pays my bills and I don't have large debt. I worked another job for a year and, when that didn't work out, I decided that I'd rather not look for a job or work right now. 1. Job market is trash. 2. I can live off my pension just fine. Getting a job would just be fun money, but that money could be someone else's livelihood. 3. I became incredibly ill 11 months ago, and with my health continuing to deteriorate, I'd rather focus what little energy I have attempting to fight for my life and deal with health insurance and doctors. 4. The world is burning and people are angry, and I'm tired of the general human callousness. So I haven't worked since March, and I don't do anything but Netflix and breath, and doctors. Best of luck, heart. Hope things get better for you. Best wishes. Best dad ever. Time. Same. I can't imagine how much easier it would be to dad with full nights of sleep. It would be great to never have to turn down playtime because you have to work. Garden. Help other people become the best selves. Be creative and bring new and exciting artwork and ideas to life. Save abused and abandoned animals. I would still work 1 or 2 nights a week. I'm a pediatric nurse and I enjoy my job most of the time. I like feeling useful and I worked hard to become a nurse. I would do more volunteer work, maybe at the hospital a few blocks from my house or at church, and my husband and I would travel more. As my very rewarding respiratory career winds down, I think about cutting way back, but the amount of certs that were required to maintain ACLS, PALS, BLS, in addition to mask fit testing and TB testing just to maintain compliance makes the juice not worth the squeeze. Take a fucking break from it all. By me, there's a group of local woodworkers with varying degrees of expertise. It was started by a local master as just a discussion group but evolved into meeting at each other's shops. Then it evolved from tinkering around to building an actual piece of furniture from start to finish so everyone could see the process. Then we auctioned the pieces off and donated the money to charity. I think I'd just do that full time. Then go home and smoke a joint and work in my garden. I would like to start a group just like this in Vermont. Any tips besides having a master start it for you? Golf every day all day. This times 1 milli. I'm buying a luxury RV and just driving from destination to destination, playing every course worth playing until I die. 8 a.m. tea time. In the words of Peter Gibbons, I'd relax, I would sit on my ass all day, I would do nothing. 2 chicks at the same time. You don't need to retire to do nothing. Hell, my cousin's broke and don't do shit. Finally get all the trophies for Stardew Valley. Serving humanity. The number of serving humanity to masturbation comments is definitely something. It's a cookbook. Blows my mind how many people would gladly forego work if they had the option. It's one thing to hate being taken advantage of at a shitty job or with shitty bosses, but I feel like a lot of people who would say they would do anything but work would very quickly discover how boring it is. It'd be nice to do whatever you wanted, but at the end of the day, you'll find some work to do. Majority of humans have a natural drive to work. Probably run for a right-wing political office, this way I can continue not working and increase my profits. Open a doggy daycare. I'd start by wondering, try all the things I never had the time for. Been stuck in that work right pointing arrow sleep right pointing arrow repeat cycle for way too long. Time to actually live a little. I've done this before, I just decided to go back to work but not stress LMAO. Yeah, I actually like working, my job, it's only the necessity of it and the long hours that I can't stand. Hike, gym, read, garden, travel, learn new stuff, volunteer. I continue working the same job I do, just with more confidence now that I don't care about money. Jerking off. Whatever I want. Rotting. I think they meant before you die at 82 on the job you currently have. Lately I've been obsessed with the idea of cleaning up homes of people who hoard. Don't know if I can get past the smell. It's a nice idea but it's a headache. I know from experience. My previous husband, current husband and my next door neighbor are hoarders. They will argue about why this object, that they haven't used for 3 years, is still important. They will argue until you are so frustrated that you give totally up. Since you're obsessed with the idea, try one hoarder and let me know how it goes. I need some tips for my current husband's hoarding. I am so sick of the junk and clutter. It's suffocating. What's funny is that I'm anything but clean tears of joy, but being laid off has had me so bored that I cleaned my room and closet for the first time since moving in 5 years ago. I did, however, spend about an hour of the 3 hours debating over what I should toss and keep, because everything could be donated, or could be used, when in reality 60% of the shit I had just had to be tossed. Your dilemma is very common though, and I've seen enough episodes of hoarders to not have any trouble believing you. Tears of joy, are you in nanometer? I'll clean your house. Tears of joy. I want to help disadvantaged people get a leg up in life. Manage my chronic illness but also volunteer somewhere. I get bored being at home. Live quietly, kayak. Traveling and creating homebrewy fantasy worlds to play various TTRPGs in with random or people I know. Trying to find work. If you're only getting a living worth of money, it would be great for a few weeks, but then you'd get incredibly bored because you'd still not have enough money to keep yourself occupied for the whole time. I know because I'm in that situation now. Was great for a while, but now it's just sad and depressing. There's lots of things you can do for basically little cost. Biking in your neighborhood, join a rec center for gym, swim, learn to draw, fly a kite, kick a ball, volunteer, someone here mentioned, plant seed from trees and grow saplings, pick worm, go fishing, pick up garbage in your community, throw rocks in the lake, help a neighbor, chat with lonely people everywhere, etc. Just gotta find what you like to do that's relatively free. Those would be wonderful, but I'm guessing you didn't read further down as I mentioned that I have osteoporosis, so 90% of what you mentioned would cause multiple fractures. I can't even walk to the shop, which is only 20 minutes walk away, as I fractured my lower spine stepping down a curb last time, and I can tell you that is definitely it's something I want to go through yet again. It's bad enough fracturing my ribs whenever I cough too hard. I do draw a lot, I game online, I read a lot, love Stephen King, just finished the Dark Tower series. But all of that doesn't help. Feeling useless, not being able to work, can't even sit at the computer for more than 29 minutes at a time. I was trying to find something, maybe work from home, but need to be able to use the computer regularly. Getting infusions that are supposed to help bone density, not cure, but hopefully help enough to be able to do something part-time. Damn, didn't mean to write that much, yummy face.